Sara said to herself. Oh, I'm late. Patrick and Tammy are running on track. And why are they laughing? Sara says in front of Patrick and Tammy. Beep, beep, move it slowpoke. You're blocking the road, Sara said to Tammy. The Queen of England could run faster. Patrick said. Yeah, okay, good for her. Sara asked Patrick. Why you running so slow? Patrick said. I'm tired, it's cold. It's windy, I'm hungry, etc. Tammy said. It is pretty chilly out, Sara. Besides, he already did 2 laps super fast. You didn't see him. Patrick said. Oh my gosh. Joe is just so hot. Look at him run. Sara said. I know he's so fast. Patrick said. Bet he has 6-pack. Sara said. Oh, totally. You can see it every time his shirt bounces up while he runs. You never told me what you were gonna say earlier. Patrick said. Oh, Tammy said. Oh my god, I bet he really is so fast. Another girl said. I bet he could beat all the guys in the class. Sara said. So, you gonna tell me, or? A girl said. I wish he was my boyfriend. Other girl said. No, me. Patrick said. Yeah, like all guys in our class suck compared to him. I know, they are all so lame and boring. Sara said. Patrick. Oh my god, look here he comes. Joe winked his eye and said. Hey, Sara. Sara said. Hey, Kya said. He's unbeatable. Patrick said to himself. That's it. You wanna play? Let's play. Come here you. Tammy and Sara said surprisedly. Patrick. Gone. Rose said. Go Joe. Sara said. What the heck's he doing? Why's he being so weird? Tammy said. Patrick's so good looking. Looking. Geez, he's so weird. Patrick was running fast. Joe also running fast. Patrick crossed the Joe. Joe looks the Patrick and try more run faster than Patrick. All girls are looking this. And sporting the Joe. Go Joe. Teacher said. Boys, this is just a warm-up, why are you racing? All students are sporting Joe. Go Joe. Go Joe. Tammy sporting Patrick. Yay Patrick. Sara said. Go Joe. Patrick crosses the Joe. Joe tired and stopped running. When Patrick looked back, he saw Joe had stopped. So the matriculant jumped with joy and said. Yay, I beat you. Tammy said. Oh, my god, did you see how cool he looked running? Sara said. Yeah, Joe was cool. Patrick suddenly fell while running. Patrick crying. Tammy spoke. Patrick. Patrick crying. Sara, Tammy and Joe immediately picked up Patrick and took him to the nurse's office. Patrick was groaning in pain. That freaking hurts. The nurse said to Patrick. Hold still, please. Stop screaming like a little girl. Patrick said. Well, can't you just be a bit more gentle? Sara asked. You're okay. Patrick. You're doing great. Joe said. Nurse, do you think it might be broken? Nurse said. Nah. Or maybe. Who knows? I dropped out of medical school. You need to go to the hospital and get some x-rays. Patrick, I've called your parents, they're picking you up. Patrick said. Oh, great. I'm sure my mom took the news well. Nurse said. Yeah, she was very excited. Anyways, gotta run. Amor y Paraíso is starting soon and I can't miss it again. Now all you kids go back to class. Wait, never mind. School is over early today 'cause of the festival. Go home. People, I'm going home, to the cats, okay bye. Joe said. Well, sorry about all this, Patrick. Can't help but feel partly responsible. I really hope it's nothing serious. Please do let me know if there's anything I can do to help. Patrick said. Actually, you know what? There is something very important that I need from you. Joe asked. Yeah, okay. What is it? Patrick said. Oh, nothing, I just needed you to declare that I'm the faster runner. This was a competition after all. Joe said. Oh, okay. And truly beat me that time. Patrick said. Oh, and don't sweat it, dude. It actually was totally my fault for tripping on flat ground. Joe said. Okay, well, I've gotta run. I've got to finish some preparations for the festival tonight. Oh, and Sara, I'll see you and your cousin tonight at the festival, right? I can't wait. You really worked so hard for it. Let's make sure we have a fun night. Alright, I'll head out, first. Take care, Patrick. Sara said. Bye. Sara said to Tammy. Oh my god, did you see that? He totally likes me, right? Oh, my god, no time to waste. I have to go get ready for tonight. Sorry, Patrick. I gotta run, but call me when. Patrick said. But, you're leaving. Don't go. What if I trip and fall and break my other arm? Sara said. Oh, don't be silly. That's not gonna happen. Patrick said. But what if it does? What if I break my legs and become a quadriplegic? Sara said. What are saying? You're being ridiculous. You'll be fine. Besides, Tammy will stay here with you, right, Tammy? Tammy rested his head on Patrick's shoulder and said. No, don't become a quadriplegic, Patrick. Patrick said. Ouch. Tammy said. I love all your arms and legs. Please get better, Patrick. I'll never stop thinking about those ocean eyes. Sara was very surprised to see Tammy crying like this. Tammy said. Sorry, I gotta go. Bye, Patrick. Both Sara and Patrick were surprised. Patrick said. That was kinda weird. Sara said. Yeah, I'm pretty sure she has a crush on you. She won't stop talking about you. Patrick said. Guess I found out who wrote me all those love letters, then. Sara said. Love letters? What love letters? Patrick said. Oh, I found some anonymous love letters in my locker. At first I thought they might have been from you, but that wouldn't have made any sense. Would it? Sara said. You got love letters. Why didn't you tell me about this sooner? And no, don't worry. I won't write you any more love letters. That ship has long sailed. And it's left without you. Patrick said. Oh. Sara said. Hey, what's with that reaction? Patrick said. Sara said. You kinda look like you wish I'd been the one to write you those love letters. What are you falling for me now? Patrick said. Ouch. Sara, my arm. Sara said. Oh, oops, sorry. Are you okay? Patrick said. Yeah. Sara said. Good. Sara and Patrick fall silent for a while. Then suddenly they address each other. Patrick said. You go. Sara said. Oh, I was just kidding with that comment. I don't want things to turn out awkward again like before. I just thought you've been acting kind of strange lately. So I thought maybe you know. Never mind. Patrick said. Listen, Sara, I just think. Okay. How do I say this? I haven't really thought about what I wanted to say you. Sara. Sara asked. Yes? Patrick said. Sara. Sara asked. Yes. Patrick said. Okay, so, your new crush on Joe is great and cool or whatever. And honestly, I'm glad you've found someone you really like. But, Sara asked. But what? Patrick said. I don't know. I'm sorry I've been kind of a jerk lately. I don't even know what's happening. I guess some part of me is a bit afraid that I might get replaced by whoever your new boyfriend might be, and Sara, you're my best friend and it'd be sad to lose you. And I think that's it. Sara asked. That's it. Patrick said. What? Yeah, Sara said. Oh, okay. Well, first of all, I'm sorry you've been feeling this way. And no, you're not the only one being a jerk lately, I've also been acting stupid. Haha, so silly, but for some reason I thought that you might have started to like me and I was all confused thinking. Why now when I suddenly started liking someone else, but now that you're being more clear about your feelings, it really helps me a lot to figure out where you stand. And, you really don't have to worry about any of what you said, Patrick. You'll always be my best friend. But I hope you understand that when I get a new boyfriend he will probably become my priority. Which is the same I hope for you and whoever you end up dating. Anyways, get some rest. I gotta go get ready for tonight. I assume you'll stay home tonight since you're injured, so I'll see you tomorrow. Bye. Patrick said to himself. Well, that went in the total opposite direction of what I planned. Sara stopped outside the room and sat down right in front of the door. Sara said to herself. Stupid Patrick. I'm supposed to be over you already. Why do you always have to keep making me think you like me and then crush me like that? At least I'm going out with Joe tonight. Another stressor. Oliver was passing by when he saw Sara. Oliver turned back and listened to Sara's words. Sara saying to herself, if Patrick doesn't even like me, why the heck would Joe like me? How did I ever think I could have my first kiss with Joe? That's so stupid. I not only suck at the game of math but I also suck at the love. Oh my miserable, miserable teenage life. Stupid, stupid. Oliver said. Did you know the average floor has about 765 bacteria per square inch? Sara is surprised to see Oliver. Oliver said. What are you doing on the floor? Sara said. Oh, you know. Just the usual boy problems, subway boy. It can get pretty tough, you know. Oliver said. Please don't start calling me that. And maybe if you start focusing on more important things like your studies, you wouldn't be so worried about such trivial things like boy problems. Sara said. Of course you're right, subway boy. You know, pretty brainy for a junior. Somehow you always seem to know everything, don't you? Oliver said. Not everything. Always. I'm late for a tutoring appointment. But, did you happen to pass that test? Sara looked at Oliver and said. Passed. Oliver said. Okay, cool, see ya tonight, bye. Sara said to herself. That was random. It sure was, Sara. Sara screamed in fear. Lululemon. What are you doing here? Lululemon said. I go to this school. Sara said. No, that's not what I. Lululemon said. By the way, I don't think you should be worrying about something like that, Sara. Sara asked. What? Lululemon said. Your first kiss. I can sense it will happen very, very soon. Sara asked. Huh? What? How do you know that? Wait, how soon? Lululemon said. Not sure, it could be tonight. Or it could be the tonight of next year. It's hard to tell, really. Sara said. Wait, did you say tonight? Tonight's the school festival. Do you mean it could happen then? With Joseph? Lululemon said. Maybe. But just as a warning before my mysterious departure. Remember my earlier predictions, they might help you figure things out. I must depart now, Sara. After saying all this, Lulu disappears. Sara said to herself. Of course she's disappeared. That was pretty cool, though. Wait a second. My first kiss. Her earlier predictions. Like at the bathrooms that one time. Gosh, what were they? Something about, someone likes me. And the second one, stay away from the new kid. And what was the third? Lululemon appears again and said. You're gonna die. Sara says nervously. Oh no, wait. That was a wrong prediction. Dang it. I should have written these down. What was I thinking? I should have. Wait a second. I don't even believe any of her weird magic stuff. What am I thinking? But, my first kiss. I don't need some magical prediction to tell me when I should go and kiss somebody. Oh my god. Yes. I will get my first kiss tonight. Thank you, Bon Bon. What a great motivator. Let's go get ready for tonight.